You're probably going to fail your upcoming C&P exam because nobody told you the exam has its own language. The rater is not your translator. Their job is to document what you say and match it to a checklist word for word. If your words do not match that checklist, it does not matter how real your condition is, you lose out on benefits you have earned every time because you were speaking civilian in a room that only speaks 38 CFR. So before you go into your C&P exam, you will be glad you watched this video first. My name is Jacob Shannon, an Army vet, and now I help veterans get the rating they deserve as a veteran benefits expert here at vetclaims.ai. Our unparalleled C&P exam prep has helped thousands of veterans prepare for their exams, and I will tell you the same thing we tell every single veteran before they walk into that exam room. The problem is almost never the condition. The condition is real, the pain is real, the sacrifice is real. The problem is the language. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to walk into that room prepared, giving the examiner what they need in the language the VA actually uses to rate you. Not vague, not emotional, specific, documented, and tied directly to the criteria that determines your rating. You're going to speak their language before they ever pick up a pen. Here is how we are going to do it. I am giving you the claim triangle. 3 sides that determine whether your examiner has what they need to rate you correctly. Frequency, severity, and functional impact. All 3 have to be there because if even one side is missing or vague, the whole triangle collapses and you walk out rated lower than you deserve. This is frequency. Most veterans describe how often their condition hits them in language that sounds completely normal, because in the real world, it is. Sometimes, here and there, when it flares up, that is how people talk. That is not how the VA rates. We had a veteran we were prepping for a migraine C&P exam. Good guy, real condition, real pain. We asked him how often he gets migraines. He said sometimes. That's it, sometimes. So we sat with him and walked through his actual week. Monday migraine, Thursday migraine, Saturday migraine before noon. He was having them 3+ times per week and calling into work multiple times per month because he had such a bad migraine, he couldn't show up to work. And he was about to walk into that exam room and say, sometimes. That is the difference between a 10% rating and a 50% rating under 38 CFR. Not an exaggeration, the criteria literally counts attacks per month. Below the threshold, you get a lower rating. Hit the threshold, you move up. It is that mechanical. And sometimes does not hit any threshold. The VA will not interpret sometimes in your favor. They document what you say and match it to the closest criteria. If your words are vague, the match goes to the lowest bracket every time. So here is your mission before you walk in. Count it, track it, own the number. If it is 3 times a week, say 3 times a week. If it is every day, say every day. If it lasts 4 hours, say 4 hours. Specific numbers are 38 CFR language. Vague feelings are not. Frequency is the first side of the triangle. But if you cannot tell the examiner how bad it gets when it hits, they will mark you mild and move on. This is severity. Veterans are trained to push through. That is not a weakness in the field, but in that exam room. It will destroy your claim. We had a veteran dealing with tinnitus, constant ringing. He did not want to make a big deal of it. That is the training talking. But when we actually dug into his life, he told us he stopped going to his kids' sporting events, he stopped eating at restaurants, he quit playing guitar, some things he had done since he was 16, because the noise triggers made everything worse. He had quietly walked away from pieces of his life, and he was about to tell the examiner his tinnitus was just kind of annoying. That is severity. That is the 38 CFR language around persistent tinnitus and quality of life disruption, and he almost gave none of it. The examiner needs your worst day, not your average day, not your I can manage day, your worst. If you get migraines, learn the word prostrating. That word comes directly from the rating criteria. It means so severe it prevents normal activity and it unlocks a higher rating tier. One word from their own rulebook. Use it. You lost something in service, a hobby, a routine, a version of yourself. Say that out loud in that room. The severity side of the triangle only gets built if you actually hand them the bricks. At the top, we have functional impact. Severity proves how bad it is. Functional impact proves what it takes from you. And this is the side of the triangle most veterans never even mention. Not because it is not real, but because they do not realize it counts. We had a veteran with a knee injury getting ready for his C&P exam. He was going to tell the examiner he takes ibuprofen as needed and gets by. That was his whole answer. What he did not say, what he had not connected yet, was that he had cut his hours at his mechanic job because he cannot be on his feet that long anymore. His spouse picked up an extra shift to cover the difference, and he gave up coaching his son's Little League team because he cannot squat down or move fast enough. That is functional impact, and it was sitting right there, and he was about to walk in and say, ibuprofen is needed. Same thing applies to mental health claims. The criteria uses the exact phrase social and occupational impairment. That is the language. So if you are avoiding people, canceling plans, struggling to focus at work, not sleeping, say it exactly like that. Social and occupational impairment. The VA will not connect these dots for you. You have to walk in with the complete picture and lay it on the table. All three sides built specific and ready. So here's where we land. The claim triangle is not a trick. It is not gaming the system. It is knowing what the examiner is required to document and making sure you actually give it to them. Frequency, count it. Own the number, say the number. Severity, describe your worst day, not your average day. Functional impact, tell them what you cannot do anymore, what you lost, what changed. Do not walk into the exam room unprepared. You have not taken this exam yet. That means you still have time to get this right. Build your triangle before you walk in and speak their language from the jump. You earn this rating. Now make sure the rater has exactly what they need to assign it. Before your next C&P exam, write down one answer for each side of the triangle. Specific, honest, in the VA's language, that is your mission. And if you want help preparing for your next C&P exam, we dropped a link at the top of the description below. Just head there to connect with our team.